Welcome back, everyone. For today's adventure, I'm going to pick up where Chris and I left off in building up the dam road. As you can see, friends of ours from Florida brought their camper here and are going to stay for about 4 days. Gave them a nice water view there, and his name is Rich and his wife Melinda, and he is a retired Teamster. So he's a truck driver, and he's going to drive the General, and we're going to knock this pile down and move it down and build up the second half of the dam road, which we talked about in the last video needed to be about 3 feet more built up. So I'm going to get on the dozer, knock that pile down a little bit towards the end, and then we're going to get to moving it. All right, so here's an update. I put the Harbor Freight, you can't really see it, I mean the camera never picks it up, it looks not as bright, but I put the LED light bar, it's a 14 inch, I don't know if you can see it, but David's was a 22 inch, it's not on, his is not on, but it's the same one I put on the Kubota tractor and on the Warrior front and back. So that shows it. So I put that on, and when I build the rack like I talked about, I got the 22 inch for there. But one of the things my friends at Vevoir, and I say friends, they've given me some good products and I've reviewed them before, but they knew about me wanting a the air horn system, and they sent me out, this is a 12 volt onboard compressor. So they've sent me this 12 volt onboard compressor, which I am going to put so I can do my air horns on here, just like David's. And it's not only for the air horns, but you can use it for filling a tire, running an air gun, and as I've showed, I have a onboard inverter, 2000 watt. I mean, yeah, whatever it is, it's enough to run a whole, you know, saws and everything. But this, everything is in here for hard wiring, regular air compressor. So this is going to come in handy. I am going to mount that up there and wire it in. Just wanted to give a little bit of an insight on this installation. They give you everything to hook it up, and this has upfitter switches, so I can wire this directly to a fused link with a switch, as I've showed before, but I'll show it again. And I'll shut the truck off now since I don't need it on. But the upfitter switches are there, so I've got the front light on. I'm going to have the rear light, so that will go in number 3. So I don't think you can go wrong, and I'm going to put the link to the description for this in the bottom, and they are going to give a discount as well with it. So yeah, so I'm thankful to them, and I think you can't go wrong with this. And once I get the horns installed, I will do an update on it. But they give, as you can see it on here, but they give everything you need to hook this up, from fittings to fuses to wiring. So even a switch, which again, I don't need the switch, but if you don't have a newer truck with the upfitter switches, they give the switch right here. So yeah, so give that a shot. Can't go wrong. So this will give a view. I'm up on top of the pile. So from about there to that end has to come about 3 feet on that end to nothing in the center. So probably going to be another 30 or 40 loads to bring over, but they're coming to fix the, coming to hopefully fix the Cabelco tomorrow. So I'm just going to knock this pile down today, and then tomorrow we will start moving some dirt. right, welcome back everyone. Today the Cabelco is supposed to get fixed. The stepping motor is what I knew was bad, but this is what the mechanic is thinking is causing the pressure to not go properly to the hydraulic pump, and well, to be sent out of the pump, I should say. So that's what the stepping motor looks like. This is what is controlled by the dial throttle in there, and I'll show you where it is before I'm waiting for him to get here. So hopefully he gets here soon, because this is the day that we are going to move the material with the general. But the stepping motor is right there, so it's fairly easy to get at, but it's got to be adjusted. I was going to try to change it myself, but I'd rather have it work properly, and so hopefully he'll be here. I'll get some shots when he's here. Yeah, there was no way to get at that without taking off that fuel filter, was there?
No, sir. Absolutely not.
The plug does look different.
Yes, I'm afraid they are. You know, we got
at least those bolts are breaking loose without breaking.
yes.
Like there's a couple up on top here that snapped off.
If they in that exhaust, they will. 99% of the time.
At least the motor itself looks like it's the same one, like it is. It looks the same. Here it is.
Okay.
That's exactly what it is. It turns just a freckle, just a fraction.
And it works the linkage
Oh, okay.
on the throttle. Well, that looks better, but now the scary part of plugging it back in together. We had to do a little plug change, so we have no idea whether this is going to work or not. Fingers crossed, everyone. Alright, everything's all back in. Oil filter's back, linkage is on. Now for the scary part. Screen, and if you don't see it after a while, you just touch the screen. And
Okay, now what do you want me to be videotaping?
Well,
just the startup? You in the thing, or?
Well, you could start with that and then just look over that way and see if you see smoke coming out.
Oh, Jesus. Is it running?
No, if the throttle cable turns up. But I don't know if this was, well, I guess with the key on, you could hear if it moves, right? Because that's how you did it before, to see if it's doing anything.
Yes, sir. Don't crank it. Just turn it. Just turn the key on. See if it'll move.
Yeah.
Because you won't be able to move the throttle. Yep, really. All right, do it again, please, sir.
Go ahead, Scott.
I'm doing it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'd have him to turn it off and then turn it back on.
Turn it off, turn it back on.
Let me wait till it shuts itself down. There it goes. Let me turn it back on. I just did it. Tell him I did it.
He did it.
And one of the other things we found the other day is the P1, the pressure switch. One of the pressure switches on the pump, which is right there, is cracked. So I don't know if that has something to do with it. So I got a new one, and that's what it looks like. So just need to take the old one out and put this one in. Took a little bit to get this out. That's what was broken off. So luckily it is the right one. Usually I don't get lucky that way. All right, here's a better look at it. So this is where it broke off. That part right there. And it was a little gunked up, but I put a little brake clean on it and was able to get it out of the connector. And the new one's back in. Let's hope that maybe was part of the cause of the problem. I don't think I can get that lucky. All right, well, that did not go as planned. Unfortunately, the stepping motor turned out not to be the problem. Well, I don't know if it was a problem, but it's not getting any power to it, even with the new one put in it. And it was funny, the new one came with different plugs on it. The exact one that it showed should be in the manual, but not the factory one that came on it. And I thought I bought one that had it showed in the picture that it came with like an adapter, so you could go from one to the other, but apparently that that didn't work. So anyway, I think, or Steven mechanic thinks that it's got to be the controller. So I don't know if that's the case or not, but I don't want to start throwing money at something that's not it, because the controller is like $3,000 or $4,000, whatever it is. So I don't really want to do that. We were able to, with the manual throttle, get some more RPMs out of it, because I didn't think it was getting all its ponies out of there, based on my ear tack, because I know what it sounded like before. But I think we got it back up there now. So I'm going to try running it the way that it is and see what happens, and hopefully everything will be fine, even if it's just a little bit slower. It is what it is. So anyway, I wasn't able to take advantage of my friend Rich's trucking ability. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to see if I could get another truck driver to step in. She doesn't know it yet. I'm going to see if I get Miss Wonderful to become truck driver, so that we can move that pile. As you saw me dozing earlier, I pushed up as much as I could. Not as much as I could, but I got it at a good height for loading level, got it all down this end, so we can back the General up here and I can load it from up there. So we will see how that goes, but as usual, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one, and hopefully give some encouraging words to Wendy and get her to drive the General. And I had this sign custom made, and it just got delivered for David's garage. So it's got a black Super Duty, just like there'll be two in there now once it's done. but I thought it came out really nice. I'm gonna get it installed as soon as I can. I gotta make some standoffs for it to go over the ribs and paint the hardware, but once I do that, you shall see it installed. Oh, all right, well, we just came back with some new ducks. We got 10 new ducks. 2 of them got killed last week. They did not come into their pen and something got them, but there they are. Cute little guys. 2 different kinds. We got 10 of them. Just picked them up in North Carolina. We're gonna go get a dog crate. Oh, okay, I won't scare you. I won't scare you. But cute little guys. And we still have one of our original ones who does not want to come out of the lake now, so we got to try to get him out, but it'll be good to get these a little bit bigger before they come around him.
Oh, did you take a drink of water? Did you take a drink of water?
He's still panting. Well, I got a cage for Wendy to keep her contained. We're gonna put a roof on top of this as well. Keep any birds from owls, eagles swooping down. There the little guys are. We got a new pool. Here's a quick shot of that's Ducky and the 10 ducklings. Again, the dark ones are the ruins, and the other are Pekings, just like him, Aflac. And we just put I had a couple of top fence rails. I didn't cut it off. I'm just leaving it like that because I may want to hang something for them to play with, because they do like to play with stuff. And we got a shade cloth for the top, so this way the birds won't want to swoop in and get them, plus in the sun. But we should have got that was a 10 by 12. We should have got a 10 by 16 and it would have come down, but I don't think it's going to last that long, so probably every 3 months I'll have to replace it. But at least they won't really need that too much more once they get to full size either, but they'll like it, I'm sure. Right, Ducky?